talking with Danah Boyd, who gave a very interesting opening session talk here at AASL, and the gist of which is that school library media specialists have a role to play in this social networking with our children in schools. Tell us a little bit more about that, Danah.
Sure. I mean, school librarians are in an amazing position, right? They understand information ecologies, they understand issues of privacy, they understand how people are trying to learn using different kinds of technologies, whether it's books or whether it's mediated network technologies. So here we have all of these young people exploring network technologies, exploring sociality, and they don't have a structure for how to think about it. The main role that the school librarian can play is actually giving them the structure for thinking about the things that they want to do as part of their everyday life, how to make sense of things, how to understand a world where persistence is part of it, how to understand how to deal with the blurring of public and private life, how to deal with what it means when you've got all of the sticky stuff of everyday teen sociality, how to deal with, thinking about how to look up information, how to produce information, how to distribute information. All of these things that are a part of the networked practices are things that educators and particularly school librarians can actually help young people make sense of. And use the skills that they have to intersect with the kinds of curiosity that young people have. And that's an amazing opportunity.
And how do school librarians get around this red tape, that being the principal and the school board and so forth? How do they do that and then still reach out to the children?
Well, part of it is actually starting to make the case for what kind of learning can go on. And so one of the things that I think you start with is saying, how do I actually educate? How do I actually fit into the curriculum or the things that the school system can actually value? So one of the first places I actually think of is actually Wikipedia. Wikipedia is often demonized by teachers because you don't want to use it as a primary citation. And yet, what Wikipedia does is expose how information is produced, right? So you can actually see the history of it. You can see the discussion to produce that page. So what happens, young people are using Wikipedia in their off time, teachers are saying no, 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 no. And here the school librarians can actually work as a mediator, right? So they can help young people think critically about the Wikipedia entry and saying, here's the history, here's actually how you can think about a discussion, here's the links, how do we actually talk about the structure of it? And then you help educators figure out a way to intersect with their kinds of work. Take cases like this, go to the administration and say, here, look what we can do. Here's also a set of things that I think I can do if I can help young people learn this way. I think that it's important to help young people learn about sociality. Here's a set of curriculum or ways in which I as a school librarian can help. But go and start to make the case for it. And part of it is it's going to be a slow process, right? The systems are conservative for a reason. But I think that when school librarians, especially teamed up in an environment like this with all sorts of other school librarians, can start to make the case, can show experiments that are working, and start to actually drive home that there's unbelievable learning potential that can happen here.
So in other words, us adults better get with if we want to reach our children.
Well put.